Open yourself up to new opportunities. No matter what it is, if it's meeting people, or maybe a new job comes up, or you get to travel somewhere, you have an opportunity to go somewhere, I'd say take the opportunity because you never know what could really come out of it. And yes, it also means opening up to negative things to occur as well. But you got to ask yourself, would you rather have a life full of really good ups and really bad downs, or just like a steady line for the rest of your life? I mean, the steady line sounds comfortable because nothing really happens, right? But at the same time, it also sounds extremely boring. And that's why I'm saying to take chances, whether it's you're taking a chance on a person, a job, some opportunity in your life that comes up. Don't take those little opportunities for granted, because sometimes they're the things where we're like, man, I really wish. Or like, for example, a big one for guys is if you see a girl in public and you don't say anything, and then you leave whatever place you were at that you've seen her at, and then you dwell on it. You think about, man, what if I would have just like given myself the chance to just go and say something to her, but I didn't. Like those kind of things. And it's the same thing with, other opportunities like jobs, career paths, traveling. Like I had a teacher in high school who said he wishes he would have quit his job like 10 years ago to go to Japan. He wished he would have just quit his job, went to Japan, because that would have been an opportunity that he would never take for granted, right? So it's the little things, and sometimes they come up whenever. They randomly just happen, whether it's you go out with your family, you meet somebody, or you see someone that you really want to go talk to and you don't do it because you take the opportunity for granted, right? You get scared. You're not necessarily taking it for granted, but sometimes, you get scared in these situations. But you just got to understand that when these times come up, don't take it for granted and just take the chance. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? If you're going up to a girl or you're going up to a guy or whatever, the worst that's going to happen is you get rejected. Now, sometimes, especially nowadays, you can get rude, outcomes where the person they're just negative for no reason because you're just going up to them. But even if that does happen, you can't dwell on it, because you did what 99% of people won't do, and that's you went and you said at least a word to the person. Most people won't even do that anymore. So when you don't take those opportunities for granted, that's a good thing, and that means that you're quick to it, right? When it's there in front of you, you're able to grab onto it no matter what happens. And it's a scary experience, because it's scary either way, because if it goes well, so say you meet a girl or a guy, it goes well, you guys talk for however long, and then it ends. Well, after it ends, you might think that it was all a waste of time or whatever, but you can't think of it that way. Because when these bad things do happen out of these kind of opportunities, you got to look at it as it was a chance to grow, right? You're learning something from this experience. It's not necessarily a bad thing when things don't work out how you want them to work out. You learn something from it. There's nothing wrong with that. But when these new opportunities come up, just don't take them for granted. If you see someone you want to go talk to, try to build up as much courage as you possibly can to go say something. That's easier said than done. I mean, I've been through it. It's definitely a tough experience, and I still have not mastered that. But even in other situations, like I said, if you have a chance, maybe you are at a job that you really could give less of a shit about, and you get the chance to go somewhere that you've always wanted to go. Like I used my teacher as an example. If you're in that kind of situation, sometimes that's like, if your job is holding you back from you going after the opportunity, you got to ask yourself, is the opportunity worth it? And if it is, then treat it like it's worth it. And if that means that you have to quit, then quit. I mean, I'm saying these are in like certain scenarios. I'm not just saying, oh, you want to go somewhere, so just quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. But it all depends on, your situation. And this goes with a lot of things in life. You know, there's opportunities in pretty much everything that we get right in front of us, and we kind of just look over them. So you just tell yourself that when these opportunities come up, don't take them for granted, and make sure that you go after them, because you never know if they're ever going to come back. You really don't. So when they're there right in front of your face, take it as a sign to, do something about it. Go up to him or her, apply to that job, take a chance on yourself, whatever it is. You're given an opportunity, take advantage of it. Because I'm telling you right now that majority of people in the world do not take advantage of the opportunities that are given to them all the time. And it's not necessarily that they're bad people, whatever. I feel like everybody's had an opportunity in their life where they kind of just gave it up. Like I said, out of fear, or maybe they were lazy that day. There's so many things, but that's what I'm saying. You just got to remember to not take those opportunities for granted. And when they're in front of you, make sure you take advantage of it. Don't sit and wait and then watch it walk away from you, whatever. If it's a person, like I said, person, job, doesn't matter. Don't sit there and wait and watch it just walk away from you. Take advantage of the opportunity and, go after it. Maybe you're trying to start social media, or you're trying to start a business or whatever. You're given an opportunity. So first you got to jump on the opportunity, start it. After you start it, you got to make sure you keep up with it. An opportunity is like the gate, right? That's the gateway to starting whatever it is that this opportunity brings you. But you're never going to know what it brings you without trying. So if the opportunity is you go somewhere, you meet somebody, or you see someone you want to talk to, maybe it's worth saying something, because you don't know what that could turn into. There's so many crazy stories out there of people meeting their best friends, in random places, meeting their wives or husbands in random places. I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. You really never know when something's going to happen until it happens, right? So don't give up those really good chances in your life, because you don't know what the outcome can be. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on that kind of thing. And do everything in your power to keep on pushing through all the hard times. But when it comes to things like your dreams, right? The only way it's going to start is through an opportunity of some sort. And you can either be like everybody else and choose to not take advantage of it, or you can be different and take advantage of the opportunity that you're given. Because like I said, you never know when these times will just walk away from you. So I've missed out, a big one for me is I've definitely missed out on a lot of opportunities to meet new people, because mainly girls, because I was scared to say anything. That'd be an example for me of how I gave up an opportunity out of fear. Because I don't know these people, right? And that's scary. But it's also, to me, it's not an excuse to give that up on meeting people, right? So, and there's a bunch of people that I've missed out on meeting, because either in the moment, I don't want to talk to anybody, or in the moment, I was scared or whatever about what could happen. In those scenarios, I should have still went up. In all honesty, I should have taken advantage of the opportunity and, give that person a chance to speak, and not just assume that, they're going to reject me or whatever, or not want to talk to me, or, whatever sorts. Because there's some people that I've met through these opportunities, because there's been times I've actually taken advantage of them. And when I did, I met some pretty cool people. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't talk to them anymore, but just the fact I was able to meet them, have a conversation, and just talk and hang out for a while, it's a cool experience, and I don't regret them. If anything, I'm glad I took advantage of it. perfect example is I'd go to this water park on my own. I did like last summer. And when I went, that would be an example of an opportunity, right? Because I went by myself, had no one, I knew nobody there. And I met literally groups of like people that I've never met before. And we just clicked. Like we were cool with each other and we hung out the entire day. Do I talk to them now? No. But do I regret, giving that person a chance for us to like hang out or whatever? No. So in those situations, it's like all the other situations I missed out on because I was scared to talk to somebody. It's like, what could have happened if I actually gave it a shot? If I wasn't scared and I just went up and talked to her or him or whatever, just to see what would come out of it. So, yeah. But my situation is going to be different from yours, so we're not the same. We might have similarities, but just because something didn't work out for me doesn't mean it won't work out for you. But what you can do, though, is learn from my experiences and my mistakes. I should have never took those situations for granted. I should have never stopped myself from, sparking a conversation with somebody because I was scared of what they were going to think about me or scared what they were going to say or whatever. So, yeah, you just got to look at it that way. But, yeah, just stop taking your opportunities for granted. Make sure that when those opportunities come up, that you take advantage of them. As always, life isn't too short to make a change.